Hey, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night, whoever you are, wherever you are. This is yours truly, the Grand Queen coming at you. Listen, it's a good one. And listen, just checking in with you today, making sure that, it's just us. Uh, yeah, it's just us. For those of you who are new to the channel, just go to Just Us at J Tire Form 1 at YouTube and please like and subscribe. This is Herstory Month. We're honoring women who have crossed the threshold of menopause. To all our minnows out there, it's not a loss, but you are rising and you're rising rapidly. And we reflect on faith healing and the sacred power of later life. So yeah, so that's who we are during menopause. We are phenomenally made. This is her story month, your story, my story. It's our story. And listen, this is not about, again, we're not at a loss. But tonight we're just checking in. So press pause, minnows. I know it's a lot that you're going through at this stage of life. Sometimes you can't hardly find the words to really, describe what you're passing through post menopause, let alone premenopause. We're here to help you to get to it, get through it, get with it. And last week we talked about exercise, and I hope that you used it. It's called box breathing, and where you create a space in your home or even in your yard shaped like a square, and you walk around that square for 5 minutes breathing. You have a breathing technique and you walk around that square. Just it's a type of venting. It's good for your brain. It's good to just vent and exercise your brain, not just your brain, but just to breathe and vent in a particular space to be you. Right? So here we are. And I hope you used it. I certainly have. Um, Also taking a cold shower. I'm just, sharing some things with you on how to cope. Taking a cold shower is therapeutic. Also, reading a book. Also, listening to a podcast like the Just Stop It show and tuning in to share uh, your phenomenal selves with us at the pit stop and listening to some of the pit stop podcasts as well. Continue to be bold and validating. You must always choose you. Sometimes family members, friends, or community may not understand what you're going through, but make them understand. Make them help you to help you. And this is what the Just Stop It show is about, helping you to help you to be that phenomenal you. And again, welcome to the Pit Stop. Tonight is the Pit Stop Peak check in. We had some little difficulties this week, some little tech glitches, but that's okay. Here we are. So, again, good evening, good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are. Welcome to the Pit Stop Peak check in. So, we are just, changing up some stuff. It's all right. And this Sunday, we're going to be talking about some validating moves, things that validate you as the woman of wisdom that you are, as in the even in those brain fart moments, those brain fog moments, those times when hmm, it's just like I don't know if I'm gonna make it, um, but it's okay. It is okay, and also self care. We're gonna be talking about self care and some of the things that really help to continue to validate you, help you to rise. And again, always choose you. Always choose your sacred power. Your sacred power really is your feminine energy. As a woman, you have so much power. You have so much power. And a lot of your power is in the quiet, is in the stillness of your voice, is in the assertiveness of your voice. and it's in the quiet. Not to say that your silence is, I don't know, it's not enough. Sometimes silence is gold. Sometimes silence is just golden. And it's what you do with that silence and the calm. So again, we honor you in this Herstory Month, and also this month is also Hispanic Heritage Month, and this month is also Suicide Awareness Month, and that is, I guess you're like, hey, Grand Queen, listen, we're talking about all these other subjects because we're going to be talking about that at the Just Stop It show, and it's intertwined in some of the things that happen to our later women, to our minnows. Uh, as they move on later in life. So this is why I said to you, press pause and get to it, get with it with us here. So we can get to it and get with it together as we pass through uh, menopause and continue to support each other in the best means possible and never ever be without medical advice with the holistic approach, with menopause forums, with women support forums and your community leaders and your family and friends. Always engage, integrate medical advice. That part, right? So again, it's like a rite of passage, to tell you the truth. Menopause is like a rite of passage. It's so many things involved in it. Here we are now coming into the fall season, and it's like later life for the it's like a later lifetime for nature. Nature changes. We sort of like that. We've come into the fall season of our lives. However, we're not, according to society, we're not drying up like a leaf. Even a leaf is useful. You ever see people who are into fall foliage, who enjoy uh, seeing the scenery when the leaves change, when the trees change, when nature is changing. So yeah, that's like menopause. The nature, your very nature changes. Your body changes, your mind, everything changes. And for some, your emotional self. Now, I mentioned this before too. Not everybody goes through menopause. Not everybody experiences menopause. But I'm talking about to all my minnows out there who have experienced it, or even those who have not experienced it. What has been your support for friends and family and community, women in the community, locally and globally? What did you do? What was your experience? What was your insight? What was your observation, even on how these women went through, and what they went through, what they passed through, even what their family members passed through? What was your observation? I'd love to hear from you. Please go to J Tire Form 1 at Just Us at YouTube. J Tire Form 1, JTIREFORM, the number 1 at Just Us at YouTube. I would just love to hear from you. How can we be more supportive of each other if we don't hear from each other, if we don't have a response, if we don't engage with each other? That's how things happen in this world, and this is how we become healed, and we are healing with others, and we are healers of one another. So you're becoming. Sometimes you get that brain fog. Sometimes you feel like you're broken. Sometimes you feel like you're Humpty Dumpty. You know that the old the rhyme that says Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put him back together again. Listen, it was a daggone egg, and you can't put egg back together. However, sometimes maybe our shell, we feel like we are a broken shell, but it doesn't mean like what's happening can't be fixed. It doesn't mean like what's happening from within our mind, our body, our soul, our spirit, our feminine energy, the person that God made us, the amazing being that we are, the communicators that we are. And we are really the communicators. We are the glue that keeps it together in this world. Uh, so again, we are becoming. So this is your time. This is your time to reset. And sometimes you gotta press pause. It's like the fall. The fall season is like pressing pause. And then winter is like a reset. And then spring, you're refreshed and new. And summer, you're living it. You're living out your dream. So right now, minnows, it's okay. We're pressing pause at this time of our lives. That's okay. Things happen, you know. However, we've got to be able to do it together. Even if you are by yourself sometimes, and many of us, as we age, we tend to become loners, or we are by ourselves a lot because we don't have a lot of friends, or we have a few choice friends. And we're making new friends all the time, but we just have a very selective lifestyle as a menopause, as a pause. You can say pause as a minnow. I just chose the tag minnows. We are the minnows, and we have the sacred power of later life. So we're very selective at this time. So this is why our story, which is a part of Herstory Month, you know, we have a lot to share. We have a lot of wisdom to share. We have a lot. It's not just stories. It ain't just made up. Listen, menopause is not for the faint of heart. Um, and I heard, and we understand men go through something like it, male pause, whatever. And we're going to talk about that another time. The thing is, so many things that affect like the exterior of it. We are affected by the interior effects of menopause, but if we're talking about the outside part of it, family members, friends, community, some people maybe they just feel like, oh, listen, you're just getting old. Mm-mm. You're going through a whole new rite of passage. You're going through a whole new theory of life, and you got to be able to talk about it. So this is why the pit stop is here. This is why Just Stop It. Mental health is here to support you, to help us to do this thing collectively. So, listen, for those of you who have more to share about this, please go to J Tire Forum 1 and key in the chat, like and subscribe, and leave some comments, leave some valuable, valid information on how we can do this more collectively and how we can get this menopause forum done on a regular basis. I don't know. Maybe some of you want it to happen monthly, bi-weekly. I don't know. Just tell me. Just tell me. Let me know. How do you want this to be done? This is only a peek at what needs to be done. But when we come together, it is what it's supposed to be, right? We will cross the threshold even more. It will there'll be no more casualties of menopause, because some people just feel like they're a castaway. Like, hey, I'm just getting old, and this is what it is. No, we have to be able to name it, treat it, honor it. That Sunday show. We're going to talk about naming it, treating it, and honoring, embracing menopause. So again, to all my minnows out there, this is what it is. This is what it do, right? So I'll be back with you on Sunday, and yeah, and also, I talked about since this is a mental health check, and I talked with you. I think it was last time we talked about Sarah, and I guess some people are like, "Wow, why is she on the Bible tip all the time?" The thing is, a lot of the things that happen in the Bible were about cultural events that happened to men and women, and how society changed. That's the bottom line. Listen, Sarah, she was going through. First of all, she was aging, and aging without an heir, aging without a child. Doesn't mean just because you don't have a child doesn't make you less of a woman. No. Talking about how you are validated, how you validate yourself in this world, how you are mobilized in this world. What are some of the signals? What are some of the things to help you to mobilize in this world as a woman. So yeah, so even though she was a very rich woman, because she was married to Abraham, and she knew the bylaws about living as a woman, having children, and so she had none. She was barren, so she was ostracized, ridiculed day in and day out, and she was aging. She was a woman. She was aging. She was barren. That part. So as women, now this is for women of color. I haven't heard enough. I've seen the stats, and we're going to talk about the stats another day. But right now, this is a laid back moment. This is just a check in, just check to see what's up. You know, what are minnows going through for those who've had no children? For those who, I mean, just think of Sarah. She and her sexuality, her sex life was still. She was very beautiful. So I guess I'm just saying that stupidness about, you've heard people say, "Oh, your eggs are old. Stop playing." There's been studies. There have been finds in this century. Women at 70, 80 having a baby, conceiving a healthy child, conceiving and having a healthy child. So what I'm saying with Sarah, she was. I don't, listen, I wasn't there. I'm just saying she was able to conceive again. She was able to conceive for the first time, not again, for the first time. That means she was sexually active with Abraham. That means she was vibrant. She was with it. So what I'm saying is it's never too late. It's never too late for anything, minnows. Listen, just because you cross the threshold, life is not over. I'm not saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not over. It's not over till it's over. Till you say it's over. Because you have the sacred power to live well and live long and teach other women what's up ahead. That part. We've got to teach women what's up ahead. Because some women may also begin to experience an early onset of menopause. So we already ahead. We are already ahead of the game. We know the end game, but we've got to be able to help others to do well. This is not the end of life, but it's a part of the end game. This is your story, my story, her story. We've got to honor each other by helping each other to cross the threshold of later life. I'm just saying. So here we are, and I'll be back with you on Sunday where we're going to be talking about naming, treating, and honoring menopause. So big ups to your minnows. Come back on Sunday. And again, go to J Tire Form 1 at at YouTube at Just Us, and please leave some information, some valid information, um, and sources and resources of support. I'm here for you. We've got to be here for each other. And again, this is not a medical advisory board. This is not a medical advice podcast. This is a support, a safe space for you to talk about, share, revisit, vent safely and soundly with a woman who understands you, who is here to support you. And and if I don't, we can find out who else can help support you, what else you need to live and be this amazing being and live in this power that you have. So yeah, much of it is divine. We just have to understand the nature of God and the nature that He's sharing with us. It's so simple, but it's not basic, right? So we'll be back with you on Sunday, and yeah, remember it's her story. It's Herstory Month. Your story, my story. You, me, we, they, us. It's about us, just us. and equality and justice and fairness, and temper it with charity, temper it with mercy. Right? So reflect on your faith, reflect on the healing and the sacred power of your life. Much love, peace, and joy.